past. Joining me to discuss this is TalkTV's royal correspondent, Rupert Bell, back for a second time. He looked so smart last night. And former BBC royal correspondent, good friend of the show, Michael Cole. Gentlemen, welcome. Belly, can I start with you? Not a day seems to go past when these two try and either stir up trouble, make themselves of interest. Today's headline in The Sun was, "We're going to step back and not say anything." Now, some people are saying in this building, this is good, they've listened. Others, like me, are saying, you've run out of stuff, the British public are bored senseless, stay in California and shut up. What is this all about, Belly, seriously?
I think it is. They've suddenly realised there was negative reaction to probably the Netflix documentary. I know lots of people watched it, but the overwhelming reaction was that it felt like a whinge fest. The book clearly was highlighting some of his troubles, and people have just rolled their eyes in frustration, disappointment, and saying, it's just boring in the end. There's only so much you can do. You've actually got to start turning a negative into a positive, and everything they seem to do is a negative. And I think actually around this freedom of information request that we talked about last night, I think that this is actually a sort of follow-on from that they need to shut up and not leave themselves open to criticism, to things like this freedom of information request, because they have put themselves in the front line and it is now causing them problems as they try and navigate a path to the future.
And that's the interesting thing, Michael, for me, you know, try and navigate a path to the future. I don't buy that. There's one word that I would never put with Harry and Meghan, which is sincerity. And on the one hand, I don't believe they're going to shut up. I believe this is almost, in a way, a marketing tool, a step, a plan. The fact is, every time they open their mouths, right, it leads to humiliation. I don't know who advises them PR. Nobody really is interested in the book. Nobody really downloads that boring bloody podcast. The book was a flop. And even the, catastrophic car collision that didn't happen. And I think, I don't know whether they've woken up, but they are they not, Michael Cole, a PR disaster?
Jeremy, your beliefs are well-founded because Harry and Meghan have not changed, will not change. What has changed is their tactics. They've decided, or it's been decided for them, that there's no future in continuing to mock and deride and undermine the institution of monarchy. And that's because of three very powerful letters, WME, a hugely influential talent agency who has taken on the Sussexes as clients. And they've said to them quite clearly, we don't want any more personal sharing. People are tired of it. They are tired of it. They've heard it. In America, it's threadbare. As that very well-known Hollywood scriptwriter, William Shakespeare, said, that the old routine is as tedious as a twice-told tale, vexing the dull ear of a drowsy man. Now, none of your audience are drowsy, and they're fed up with it. So what the new agency has said to them, and that was, I understand, a condition of them signing up with them, that they're going to do new stuff with Netflix. And what's this going to be? It's going to be format from perhaps factual occasions, behind the scenes, drawing on juicy stories and producing something a little bit more riveting than Meghan and Harry, which was, as you remember, a 6-part whinge fest.
It's really interesting, Rupert, actually, and thank you, Michael. I mean, far more prepared than Belly. I'm only joking, Belly. On a serious note, though, if this talent agency has gone, we need to change tack, Rupert, right? They can't honestly... I mean, I want your opinion. You've followed this for years. I don't believe the British public will ever be reconciled to those two. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't think there is any way back. Whether you keep quiet or go behind the camera or give lots of money to charity or go and walk with elephants in Africa, I think they're done with the British public, don't you?
Never say never. Look, Queen Camilla's rehabilitation. You know, the way that has been managed, because when she first married the king, there was definitely an anti-Camilla feeling because of the wave of support for Diana. So never say never. But trying to come up with new and interesting documentary ideas is extremely difficult. It's a competitive market. So they are under pressure to try and come up with something that the public might want to watch, and that's going to be their big test. Because we know it's a dog-eat-dog market out there, and at the moment they haven't shown that that podcast, which had all the potential to be good, turned actually to be very dull. So they've got to find a way to come up with some interesting programs.
I bet.